Hi, friends, and welcome. I am your hot mess of a host, Mary Hendricks from The Very Merry Life, your new mom friend that soon will feel like an old friend. Twice a week, every week, I want you to come and join me as we cover moments in motherhood, marriage, sex, and more. Some moments worth savoring, others worth surviving, all with a laugh, pep talk, or F-bomb every now and again. I want you to come as you are, but leave the sugarcoating behind because, guys, we know how sweet it already is. So what do you say? Up for picking some daisies?
We're all going bonkers.
I know. Hello, everyone, by the way. We're just getting started, Katie and I.
Hello!
Shouldn't be anything shocking. Yeah, no, we're talking about my little mentee bee that I'm currently having. You're going to hear this in real time. So if this is out on Friday, this is currently Wednesday, the 4th. I have not been on social media for over 24 hours because I can't right now. I'm just...
You know what? I've been there. I mean, I don't have, you have a much bigger following, but if anyone listening that is an influencer, you have to show up every day because people expect you to show up every day because this is what we've been doing. And sometimes we get burnt out.
Like hardcore burnt out. I'm burnt out with, hold on, am I echoing? Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, hello again, people.
Hello.
Holy
Let's start
shit.
over.
We're talking about mentee bees.
We're talking
Mary's
about mentee
going through a mentee
bees.
bee. What do you think?
A little bit.
Precipitating it for you. Like, what do you think?
Period.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you that premenstrual, what is it called? PMDD?
I don't think I have PMDD. So that although today I had a second of being like, maybe that is what it is. I don't know because I feel like PMDD is so much more severe based off of what I've heard. But then again, today I was like having a full on panic attack in my kitchen. So maybe that's why. Someone's crying. I heard you.
Hold on. Mary, do you see? This is insane. They're still awake. Hold on. Keith. I don't know if we're I'm recording and she's banging on the door.
When did you tell me you were recording?
Right now.
Okay, right now. I didn't know you were doing it.
Okay. Jesus. What a cluster F, Mary.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's just like our life.
I'm stepping out to go record and he's like, when did you tell me that? I'm like, do you not fucking listen to me? Okay.
They have it. It's fine. Selective hearing. It's like where our kids get it probably.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
these little
fine.
shits,
Yeah.
all of them, the kids and the husbands or the wives, whatever you got.
Know, the kids have surprisingly been really good lately. Thank God. Cause I'm not in any position, but yeah.
Oh, all right. So pre-period,
I've heard of PMDD. I don't think it's that, but then again, today, like I said, I was basically hyperventilating because I was crying really hard in the kitchen. So maybe,
I'm
but
so sorry.
It's fine now because I got it out. I called my sister. I hate doing that too. I hate calling anyone when I feel like that. But
right? What's wrong with us to reach out and be like, I just want someone to listen to me cry.
Yeah, my sister didn't say anything. She didn't give me any she kind of just helped me break down what I was feeling. Yeah. And then I was fine after that. So I was like, okay, I think I'm good. But it feels like a battle right now this week. So I talked about it yesterday in Reel, but I have 3 days maybe of normal, but even that normal feels dull right now because I don't even know what that feels like. But I have my period, and my period after having Haley this time has lasted anywhere between 8 to 10 days.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So if you think about it, day one being, day one of your cycle is the first day of your period. If my period is 4 days long, then I still ovulate on schedule and I still ovulate about 14 days into my cycle. So I only get a 4-day window before I'm ovulating again. And when I ovulate now, I always had this, but it's gotten ramped up every time I have a baby. I get ovulation pain. So on one side of me, I hurt, and I think it's the side that you're releasing an egg.
Yeah, absolutely. It is.
Yeah, I get so sore. It's worse than period cramps. It's so sore. I'm so tender. Yeah. And I have so bloated that I am so uncomfortable. However, I'm on a high. I'm happy and I'm focused and I can do a bunch of shit. I'm in a good mood.
Because I don't know if you know this, but as women, we have obviously very low testosterone to begin with. Now, I'm no medical doctor, but I do know that when we ovulate, we're at peak. We're at peak, which means our testosterone levels peak. So you know how men, like, they're wired with testosterone. So they like in the morning, say, like, we wake up and we're like, oh, okay. Well, they wake up with morning wood because their testosterone levels are the highest in the morning. So, like, they're starting their day off with an endorphin boost with their testosterone levels. Like, we get it, like you said, 3 to 4 times out of the month.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
We
nuts.
have 3 to 4 days that we're like,
Yeah.
you know, feeling okay. And then it's just, I feel you. I had this happen last week. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah.
And I don't know, ever since the third baby, my ovulation is, like, I think we've talked about this before, bad.
Yeah. It's all over the place. It's all, I mean, it's like that. And then, I'm in the week and it's between 7 and 10 days before the lead up to my period. And when my period comes, then it's heavy. And it's so heavy that, like, I bleed through. I wear maternity pads now still, where I'm like, I can't trust a tampon. That won't last me very long. And I have to wear, like,
tampons are pointless.
Yeah.
It's like throwing a hot dog down a friggin' hallway. I mean, it just flips right out.
Yeah. When I was on vacation back in end of August, I bled through like 4 different pairs of pants. I had to tie a sweatshirt around my waist. Like, I haven't done that since I was 14.
Yeah.
So it's just like all of that. And then I'm just currently in the lead up to my period and I am ragey. I have imposter syndrome like you wouldn't freaking believe. That's why I can't get on my stories right now because I'm second guessing everything I record. I drafted
Mary,
or
I
deleted.
literally had the same exact shit last week.
I'm telling you,
like,
it's
why? Yeah. I'm like, what? Why? And, like, when I'm in, like, I'm very authentic. So are you. So when I'm showing up, I'm giving you the real, I'm giving you my actual day and what's going on at the moment.
Yeah.
So, like, it's so hard to show up and be like, I'm sad. I'm this. Like, because sometimes, like, people are coming to your page. I know I do because we want to laugh or we want to feel something. But, like, you sharing just even that reel today, like, that hit home because there's a lot of women. I mean, you had over 4,000 likes, like 300 something comments.
Yeah,
like,
within a very quick amount of time too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it actually, like, I had someone comment on TikTok saying, like, this is the most relatable post you've ever done. And I'm like, I hate that. Like,
right? Because all of us are experiencing it, but no one talks about it.
No.
And then, like,
yeah,
the mood swings.
I called, so I had someone on my podcast last season, for anyone listening, if you go back through the Period Lab, Miranda Popin from the Period Lab, I had her come on and she was wonderful. And after I had her on the podcast, I kind of entertained working with her because I was still tracking at that time. That was about 2-3 months ago that I had her on. So I was like 3 months into me trying to figure out this thing. And I was like, I'm going to wait because A, it costs a decent amount of money to work with her. And B, I was kind of afraid it was going to be like a huge lifestyle change. And so finally yesterday, I was just so upset. Like, because I go from 0 to 100 and I freak out on the kids when I'm on. And it's like not fair to them. And I know it's not how I want to act. Like, that's not my normal reaction. 3 weeks out of the month, that's not my normal reaction. So it's just this week that I am a psychopath.
Yeah.
And so I messaged her and I was like, I am desperate at this point. So it's like, I will work with you. I just need to know. And we met last night and she's like, I'm not asking for a lifestyle change. We're just going to tweak tiny things. But her track record with helping periods is like outstanding. So I'll be curious to see like what this is.
Oh my gosh. I want to hear about it. I wonder.
Yeah, I'll keep you posted. I'm going to meet with her on Friday or Monday of next week to like figure out everything and like get my data and stuff. But she's like, she means business because she was like, the periods, from what she's told me, she said periods should not be like, we think of the period as the bleeding itself. And what we forget is like your period is the entire lead up to it. Your period is just a result of all the other things. So like, these are all symptoms of your period and that shouldn't happen. Like, that shouldn't be the case. Of everything you're experiencing should not be the norm, but unfortunately is. And I don't want to go on birth control. So like, that's my thing. I'm not opposed to it. So if anyone here is listening, I'm not opposed to it. I just don't want it to be my first step. I want to see if
try to remedy it this way. I mean, the bleeding 8 to 10 days, like, are you exhausted? Like, I know that I bleed like 6 days. But like my first day is like, it's those like day 2 to 4 hemorrhage.
Yeah.
Hemorrhage.
Bad. It's awful.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Like it's so bad that I have period sheets because I'm like, well, if I bleed on these, it is what it is. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, do you remember after you had a baby and you would sit like right after you had the baby? I'm a C-section women get this too, but like you would either move or you'd get up and you would feel the gush.
Yeah, the gush coming out.
Or when they would push on your uterus and you could feel the gush happening.
Oh, yeah. Those postpartum massages, the uterine massages, and they're like, just
Especially
making sure you're not bleeding to death.
Yeah. Especially when you have a C-section because they are not tender. I feel like they are like when I had we're completely boiling this into a different conversation, but after I had Spencer, I remember I got the C-section with him and they brought me to the postpartum wing to hang out. You're in recovery for like an hour and a half, but they brought me after that to the postpartum wing and they made me move from the bed to the other bed by myself.
I know. Like, come on now.
I was just cut open and had my intestines outside of my body an hour earlier and you want me to move to a bed? Why can't you just lift me?
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
What is this? I don't know if that's like just general protocol or is it just
they should have definitely helped you from someone that has worked in hospitals. That was party foul on their part. But is it true? And anyone that's listening, maybe you can chime in. Is it true that women that have you had a vaginal birth. So did you bleed more after Cassidy? I know there was you have some you had birth trauma, but did you bleed more after the vaginal birth or the C-section? Because I hear that C-section women kind of have it easier because they go in and scrape everything out, clean you out real good.
I'm trying to remember. I know I passed like a big ass clot when I was after I had Cassidy, and that was like towards the end. And I'm going to burp. I feel like that was like at 4 weeks postpartum. I remember calling my mom because all of a sudden it was like you bleed for a decent amount of time. What is it, like 3 or 4 weeks when you're bleeding?
Feels like forever. Yeah.
But I remember having like a biggest clot, and then after that came out, I was done. So I just remember like a decent amount of time, but I don't remember like it being significant. I know I wore Depends a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
C-section, I think I was done by like 3 weeks.
Yeah. I think you want to know why? Because even though you're supposed to wait to have sex until you're 6 weeks postpartum, I never waited that long. What is wrong with me?
What is wrong with you? How the hell did you do that? Oh my God. I don't know.
Actually, I have no idea.
Yeah.
With all the kids, I never waited.
God bless you. I did, plus more. Jesus Christ. I'm like, get away from me, man.
Yeah.
That's another reason why. Like, I don't like these hormones because I am.
Yeah, it cuts you off. It's like no sex drive. Nothing.
None. I have none. And I said that to the girl I met with the period lab. Yeah. I'm like, I have nothing. Like, I'm horny for one day during ovulation and I'm like a feral beast in the bedroom. But other than that, like, that's it. And I'm like, that's not cool for like one day a month. I'm like, this is bullshit.
Yeah. And like, sometimes for those days, my husband's gone for that one day that I'm like feeling frisky but that's why I have my sex toys, which I want to hear our biggest conversation. Guys, lean in real close. Now, if you have little ears, turn them away.
I mean, don't ever have little ears with this thing.
Seriously. We're rated explicit for a fucking reason. Okay? Let me tell you something. So, other day, Bird was on shift. I'm like, you know what? I was having one of my horny fertile days, right? Well, he's on shift. I'm like, let me go pull out one of my toys. Couldn't find it anywhere. I was like, where is this? Like, I know where I put it. It's like stashed in like my end table. I don't know if you have any toys. I don't know if you and Kev are freaked out.
No.
Okay.
No, so I want one, but I think Kev would be really freaked out by that. Kev, I'm still trying to burst his Catholic bubble.
Yeah, I know. So. Aw, our little vanilla Kev. Yeah, well, I mean, I burst Keith's bubble with this because I'm like, this is what I need. Like, it's a small little pocket rocket. Well, I couldn't fucking find it anywhere. For a week, I'm like, where is this? Because the last thing I need is for my 9-year-old and 6-year-old to find my dildo.
Can you imagine if they brought it to school?
Well, I swear to God, I was afraid of that. I was like, oh my God, like, they're going to bring it to school. Like, I've searched this fucking house high and low. I searched everywhere. I even searched in the playroom, because I'm like, she must have touched it. Well, guess where it was? It was on the windowsill that she can't even get to, which means either my nanny found it and put it there, or my mother-in-law found it and put it there.
Oh my God.
I don't know who touched it.
Did you tell
It
Bird?
was one of the two, and I just want to crawl up my own asshole and die. So there's that.
If my mother-in-law ever, oh my God, I think I would pass out if my mother-in-law ever.
I mean, if my own mother found it, I think I'd be like mortified. It's either the 20-year-old sitter or my mother-in-law.
But I feel like you would, if with your mom, you would be able to laugh about it. Like, I feel like your mom and my mom probably are very similar, where they'd be like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" Like,
yeah, my mom would be like, "Catherine Ellen,
yeah,
you're a temple of the Holy Spirit. No masturbating allowed." Like, I mean, you know, this is another taboo subject that women don't particularly like to talk about. But
masturbation,
yeah. Like, I feel like there's a certain type of women. Either they're like, yeah, fuck it, I whack off all the time. Or they have nothing to contribute to this conversation. So, I
feel like it depends on, I definitely feel like religion and upbringing.
Right?
Has a factor in that.
100,000,000%.
Although I've never heard it talked about I'm with my close girlfriends, maybe. But ever in my own family, that's never been topic.
Yeah.
Obviously,
it's usually
when the hell would you bring that up? But yeah,
right over Thanksgiving turkey. Hey, hey, Uncle Dan, when's the last time you lacked off?
Yeah, Aunt Jean, when was the last time you flicked your bean? Like, yeah, no. So
anyway, that was my mortifying, moment of just the week. I mean, there's more to come with these kids. So
yeah, well,
but.
Hey. That's fine. Haley likes to pull it. Do you want to see this? Hold on. I'll show you everything.
Do 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 do.
Hold on. Okay, you ready for this?
I was singing the Jeopardy song.
Okay, ready? Bottle of lube.
Stop it! What is that?
Another bottle of lube. That's 1, 2.
They're color coordinated.
Third bottle of lube. The companies keep sending them to me. I don't know why. Fourth bottle of lube.
Oh my God.
Fifth bottle of lube.
You guys have plastic sheets because you're gonna fly off.
Sixth bottle of lube. 6. Seventh bottle of lube.
Oh my God.
Bottle of lube. 9th.
Mary,
10.
Stop it. No. 10 bottles of lube?
Look at all of this.
Oh,
we should see if my house cleaners ever open my drawer, they're going to be terrified. They're going to be like, what on earth?
Fuck?
I mean, obviously I haven't opened all of them. I have opened 1 or 2. I don't know. I just grab whatever I can find at the time and pray that they don't irritate me or something.
Gets the boat going. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes you need it.
This one is organic.
Well, good thing.
Coconut water.
Is it also gluten-free?
Let me look. Hold on. Alcohol. It's free of alcohol, petroleum, parabens, gluten. It is.
Those damn gluten people,
phthalates, fragrances, and dyes, hypoallergenic, 100% natural ingredients, 100% edible, and cruelty-free.
What?
Coconut
brand?
Coconut water-based lubricant. Everyone. I'm not working with them.
Yeah.
They've contacted me. I don't know. I haven't taken on anything like that. I've had companies reach out to me and ask if I want to promote sex toys or stuff like that.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Eye-Opening Moments podcast are real-life stories of adversity, encounters, and perspectives. They are moments that can lift your spirits, give you some food for thought, or move you. For the introspective mind that likes to reflect, discover, and find solutions or meaning in a complex life, listen to Eye-Opening Moments podcasts.
I know, a little cringe. Like when I see some big creators sharing it, I'm like, how much are you actually getting paid? It must be big money. And it's usually like that little rose thing that it looks like a rose and
Yeah.
it suctions and stuff. I don't know. Everyone that has it, like those reviews, if you go on Amazon, just everyone, once you stop listening to this podcast, I want you to go on Amazon, type in the rose, and then it'll come up and just read
Or just
the
pause
reviews.
us right now.
Yeah,
Just
pause us right
this
now.
very
Go
second.
read the reviews. They're effing hilarious.
All right, I'm going to do that. But yeah, no, I can see it if you were like a page that you kicked off only you, like, and you show fashion and maybe you show like your, I don't know, like, I don't even know how you would fit a vibrator into.
Yeah, and then like one story is like a vibrator and the next story is like, look at my kids.
Unless you're like or I've seen like I follow an account that's about like relationship stuff. Like that's normal. That's fine to me.
Yeah.
But like I'm a mom and I have my kids somewhere on my page. That's why I stopped Sex Confessions.
I know. You said it was bringing in like the wrong people.
Yeah. Although I think I'm going to hit them up again for when Kat and Nat are on the podcast.
Wait a second.
Yeah, you didn't know this?
Kat and Nat are coming to your podcast.
Yeah, I didn't tell you this.
Mary Hendricks.
I'm so excited.
If
I have to email them.
You guys aren't listening to Kat and Nat, like, what rock are you living underneath? They're literally my favorite.
They're the best people ever.
Can you convince them to meet us in LA? Like, I mean,
yeah, I should. They're Canadian, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're awesome. But I think I'm going to have people submit in sex confessions for them because I know they do those on their page.
Yes.
So I think I'm just going to have fun and get a crap ton so they can get a feel for the sex confessions that can really let loose.
My God. Yes, you have to do
I'll
it.
share them here.
Well,
I mean, on the podcast, I don't mind. Because I feel like this is an important conversation. Again, I want everyone here to feel like a friend.
Yeah.
And I want you guys to feel like you have a mom friend that isn't just like, how boring is it if you only get together with your mom friends and talk about your kids?
I know. I mean, honestly, like, I don't do that.
They're our pride and joy. We love them. But
I really make sure that when I am out, yes, of course, our kids are going to come up in conversation because there are everything.
World. Yeah.
There are friggin' worlds. But it's nice to decompress and like not be mom, like, so, I mean, Bird just came home after like 4 days of being gone. He's home for like this much time tonight where then we'll sleep. And then he goes back on shift for another 24 hours. So guess what I'll be doing on Friday night? I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to be here. I think I'm going to go out and go have like a drink with a girlfriend or even get a sitter and like bring Bird. Like there's times when I'm just like, all right, I have mommed enough. My mom tank is very full right now. And I also know that I need the time away, even if that, and it looks different for everyone. Like for me, like I'd like a night out to grab dinner and drinks. Some people it's like going for a walk around your neighborhood, going to Target by yourself. Like I actually love running errands by myself because I feel like I could be like very thoughtless in it, but purposeful, like when I have the kids with me, it's like, okay, I'm in and out. I can't take my time. I just have to be because they're absolute hooligans. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah, you can't breathe.
No,
you can't breathe. Like it's a lot to juggle when you're out with 3 kids. Yeah, no, that's why I need a break. I just need more mom friends. Meeting mom friends. We talked about this a lot.
I know. I wish we were closer. We would be.
I know.
Together all the time.
We have fun in LA. We got
oh my God. Down? I know. We still need to book a Airbnb. If anyone's listening and you're like, hey, I own an Airbnb in Los Angeles, I would love for Mary and Katie. And actually, if you guys follow Kim Perry, she's going to be with us.
She's coming. Yeah. So Kim Perry, Katie, and I think her
sister-in-law.
Is coming with her. So
fun. We're going to have a blast. Oh my God. I'm so excited. It'll be good girl time because you know what? All of our energies combined is going to be friggin' explosive. So excited.
Yeah, because it's going to be fun, but it's obviously we're in our 30s, so we're all going to be controlled. Kim's pregnant.
Yeah.
So it's not like that crazy. You and I are going to have fun. Did you see the audio I sent you that I want us to do where it's like, oh, look, and then it's like a vomit?
Yes. We're doing that. We're doing a lot of Mary and I are already like, okay, what reels could we pack into this 4-day extravaganza?
What audios
how are you
can
feeling, though, about the flight? How are you feeling?
Scared. However, I think I'm going to be flying to Chicago the weekend before.
Perfect. So, break your cherry.
I'm not
pop your cherry.
My family is out there and they're having like an Oktoberfest on that Saturday. So I think I'm literally going to fly in from Friday and leave on Sunday.
Great.
So it's going to
be by yourself, no kids.
Around. No, I think I'm going to bring Cassidy and Haley, if not all 3, and I'll just go with all 3. Kev, I told him he could come, but Kev is like, I don't know, because it's just quick and I don't fucking care why he doesn't want to go. But I said, well, I'll bring them all. And although Kev was like, why don't you leave Spencer and just bring the girls? And I feel bad.
I
if do
know.
that.
I know. That's like when I fly home, like my mom's like, do you want to fly up? I'll fly up. And I'm like, my boys would kill me if I didn't bring them with me. They're at that age where they know, they're like, I want to come.
Well, same with Spencer. I think Spencer's at granted, the kid drives me nuts, but lately he's actually been like 4 has been a nice age. And I think it's because of school. Like he's just chill and
because he's getting his energy out and he's getting he loves letters and numbers. So he's getting that fill there.
Yeah. So he's been good. Yeah. It's been like a good adjustment for him, but I think he would be really excited to get on a plane. So I think it would be
so good for him.
No, and he would stay by me. So like getting to an airport, I'm not necessarily worried about that. I think obviously Haley would be my headache. She's my headache, honestly, because she'll sit on my lap and she'll be my headache the entire trip. But the other kids, if I give them an iPad or their tablets and put a movie on it, they'll be fine.
Yeah, it's these little toddlers of ours. Mm-hmm. They can't sit still. I mean, it's just in them. They don't know any better. Yeah, we flew with Bryn. What was it, over the summer? And let me tell you, it was hard. And I had Keith with me.
Did you get a seat for her? Or
no, because I'm cheap.
I know, same.
I'm like, I will not buy a ticket for her anywhere until I absolutely have to.
We need
to. That goes for Disney, any type of parks, any type of entry. Like she's under 2 years old. So I'm riding that wave real hard. But let me tell you, like she's a chunky baby. She's heavy. She's hot and sweaty. So when they sleep on you, like she fell asleep on me on the plane, it was like dead weight of like 25, 30 pounds. Well, she's 26 pounds now. But I never really got to go on a plane until I was a little bit older. My kids have been on planes a million times since they've been born, only because, I grew up in New York. But it's a good experience for kids. And it'll be good for you.
And I think if I go, like I hate flying.
Yeah.
But I think if I go with at least Cassidy, I think mom mode will take over with the fear.
Yes, and you'll have more of a purpose and a focus, like where we're flying out solo.
Yeah,
which I'm excited. I might even bump myself up to first class. I'm like, I'm gonna be balling out. I don't know. I have so many points that these points were supposed to be for like an Italy trip or like whatever, but I'm like, I don't know. It's my first solo trip in a long time without the kids. So
yeah, and it's a decent one. We're going across the country, baby.
Across the country. I'm excited for LA. I'm excited. I'm just excited to meet you. It's going to be awesome. What's it going to be like? Like, what is it going to be like? So you said you're shorter in person.
I'm shorter. I'm 5'2".
Oh, come here, my little baby. Come here, my little cutie. I'll be mother hen for the weekend.
Other than that, it's just going to be easy. I'm just happy to go. Once I'm there, oh my God.
Yeah. It's going to be so much fun.
I'll do cocktails with you at any time. So just know that I'm like a game for cocktails.
We got to go to the most famous gay bar in West Hollywood called the Saloon. Wait, no, Blazing Saddles. It's one of them. We got to go. Okay. Yeah. It's going to be awesome.
It'll be a good time.
Yeah.
I'm good. Oh, we'll see. We'll see what happens if I go to Chicago and then I'll burst my bubble there. And then we fly to London after that. So
no, you're like a little jet-setting queen, you.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
Just bring your Xanax.
See, but that's the problem. I only have my Xanax for the LA trip and the London trip. I don't have anything for Chicago. I can't get any.
And also, you don't want to be on Xannies with the kids. Like, you never,
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, I know plenty of women that do, but like to me, like there's certain lines I don't cross, and I've crossed a lot of lines.
Yeah, that's true. I also haven't taken Xanax in a while.
Yeah.
So I'll be curious as to what I feel like. When I get off the plane, you'll see me.
Oh,
I find like bug-eyed. You'll be like, oh. First introduction, like,
Can't wait. I'm excited to laugh. You know those like belly laughs with friends that you can't even breathe? I hope we have moments like that. Like, I really do.
I think we will, only because like one of the best girls trips I've ever been on was my sister-in-law's bachelorette party, and we knew no one. Like, obviously I knew my sister-in-law, I knew my cousin that came, but we didn't know anyone else really, or I knew one other girl. But other than that, we knew no one else. And there was like a good 8 of us. We had the best time because none of us were high maintenance. Like, we were all go with the flow.
Yeah. Same.
And
I am
then-
not high maintenance, although my husband.
Yeah, me
would say
neither. I'm
different.
just chill.
Yeah.
They're go with the flow, and we didn't have baggage. Like we didn't have like too much history on each other.
Yeah.
Where we
Yeah.
could like really sit and just get to know one another for who we are in that moment. It was
Yeah.
just nice.
It's the best.
It was like a nice
also, like I love the
drama-free-
getting to know you phase in friendship. Like when you meet new people, like I love meeting new friends, and and getting to know people more on a personal level. Like there's like, it's like in dating, like, but friendship wise, like you're getting to know each other, like, and also like we're going to be sharing probably a house. I think we're going to probably rent an Airbnb. I think that would be the best bet. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome.
That'll be so much fun. That'll be so much fun. You just shared about that though. Didn't you just say something about like friendships in your late 30s, early 40s?
I have made, like, I have friends. I have a lot of friends. And if you know me personally and you're listening, like, you know that I am the queen of friendships. Like I have friend groups, different types of people all over the place. But I have my high school friends that like, I don't even talk to that much. Then I have those girls, there's like 3 of them that they'll be my sisters forever. Then you have like your college friends. I had one friend in college. She's literally like one of my sisters. And then you get these friends, I call them filler friends. So from age like 20 to like 30, it's kind of like this weird friendship. Like most of us in our 20s and 30s weren't married with kids. And if you were, good for you. But I got married at 27. So even those friendships I had like made, like even when I moved down here, like fair weather friends, but there's these friends that I've made in the last 5 years when I was already a mother. I was already established as a wife. I have a career. I already know myself and I'm confident in myself. So whoever comes my way, and if I want to keep them, I'm choosing to keep them. I don't need friends. I want those friends. Where in like my 20s, I was like clinging on to friendships because I wanted something to do, someone to go with, whatever. These friendships are so easy because we're all in the thick of either marriage, children, and it's just easy. And also some of these best friends are actually in my neighborhood, which makes it 10 times easier because we're popping in and out of each other's homes for literally like an hour, have a glass of wine and leave because we all got to do bedtime. So those friendships are really great because there's no frills. There's no expectation. It's just fun and friendship. And there's really no drama because I don't like to do girl drama. I never did. And if a friendship is hard to maintain, I'm like, I can't be in it. I need easy friendships. My life is hard enough. I'm too stressed out enough. I can't stress out about friendships.
Well, that's why like the drama on, we won't get into specifics, but drama on like Instagram.
Yep. Yeah. I don't do it. I don't do the drama.
I'm staying out of all of
Yeah.
that.
I want to be Switzerland. I'm Switzerland, baby. Like here I am. I got my Alps. I got my beer. I got my hot women. Like I'm Switzerland. I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
See, are you like me? Like, I don't want to be in the drama, but I want to hear.
But I want to hear about it. Yeah, I want to hear all about it.
I want to know the drama,
all about it.
I don't want to be involved.
Tell me everything.
Yep, I want fucking details.
Yeah, I just want to know every single thing possible.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Someone actually told me here's a drama story if you want to hear one. I heard one. Someone submitted this to me on Instagram and I was like blown away by it. So she said that she is like in a friend group and her one good friend is married. They're both married. These 2 other friends that she's friends with are married. The one girl slept with the other girl's husband.
No.
And got pregnant.
No.
Yeah.
That is some crazy shit.
But then she had an abortion and didn't tell anything about it. And then the wife whose husband had the affair is now sick. Oh, no. Opposite. She's sick. The woman that had the abortion is now sick with the love child. And now the woman, the wife of the guy that had the affair is doing, fundraisers? Or she's fundraising for her. So this girl is accepting funds from the wife whose husband cheated. Yeah.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
I get you. I'm following you. That is a very kind and a selfless human. Like, what? I'd be like, go fucking eat a dick. Not my husband.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know. So the woman that got the abortion with the love child, she's the one that's sick. The wife, the wife doesn't know that her husband
was having an affair with her. Mary, that's crazy. Someone sent this to you?
And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that is crazy. I forget what sparked the conversation. She was just kind of giving me like drama. Obviously, I don't know her or anything, but I was like, that's wild.
Honestly, this world is wild with shit like that. And this stuff happens all the time. I pray to God that never happens to me. Oh my God.
Yeah, no.
I would want
my
to know.
would be,
If my husband's cheating, and if anyone's listening, if you ever see Bird out with some woman, you know something, you better fucking tell me, because I already got my plan B. I got my one foot out the door. Like, that's like my crazy anxiety. Like, got to set myself up. You know, I got to have a fail safe.
Yeah.
But man, you know,
no.
people are shit.
People are shit. There are a lot of I hear a lot of that too. Like, I feel like now I'm also entering that zone, and I think you've talked about this before, but I'm entering that zone where I have some friends who are done with the kids, and now their kids are a little bit older. So now they're starting to get divorced.
Oh, I mean, I'm older than you. So you're going to see, and if anyone's listening, you might say yes to this, but we're all approaching 40. So my core girl group, like, there's a bunch of us, but everyone is either, well, not everyone. Well, most people, I mean, some people, we're approaching 40. So this is middle age, really. I mean, I don't know what the median or the average lifespan is of people nowadays, but people are either shitting or getting off the pot. I have had 6 girlfriends get divorced within the last year and a half. And I've had a lot of people's marriages on the rocks. It's scary.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is, if it's the season of life where our kids are getting a little older and we're realizing, okay, is this something I want to see through for the rest of my life? Like, I feel like this is the time. If you're gonna stay with your spouse, you're sticking in it. But I know a lot of people that are like, they're saying,
I think it's just boils down to, I think it's the little kid years. I think it's the little kid years that really do you in. I think
we're all in the season of little kids, and
it's a lot. And you really identify like how your partner is, like, as a partner. I feel like that's never, I was even thinking about that. Like, that was not something that was ever discussed in terms of like dating, with like the equity that each of you hold in your relationship as parents. Like, you don't think about that. So it's like, I think that rocks everyone's boats. Like, it's
true. I mean, there's definitely times, I mean, all the time, that my husband and I aren't seeing eye to eye on a lot of things. And I'm like, how do you not, like, my triggers are like academics, because I wasn't pushed academically as a young teen or like a child. So I never like wanted to do well on tests. It was like, well, you know, but he's like, he doesn't care. He's like, they're going to read, they're going to be fine, you know? And another thing is food. I get very triggered with like certain things, but you know, I mean, but we always come to a resolve, and we're like, all right, let's agree to disagree, but let's go, how can we resolve like how we're feeling about it, whatever. But there's a lot of people that are very like staunch in their ways, and you know, you become a different person when you become a parent. You're not the carefree couple that you once were, because now there's other humans involved. There's a whole nother budget. That's another thing, money.
Mm-hmm. Especially today.
Oh my God. Even going to Aldi now, sometimes I'm like, what? How did I say, you know, but I mean, Aldi's still my fave. Don't you? Yeah. No one better knock Aldi. I fucking love it.
Why? Who would knock Aldi?
I mean, people are just crazy. Even like, I mean, people are like, oh, they're produce.
If you're knocking Aldi, you've never been to Aldi.
Yeah.
You've never saved.
The only thing about Aldi is if you buy produce, you have to use it within a few days. Because it's all organic. Like, it's not going to just sit on your counter for like a week and be fine.
Yeah, that, and you just got to use that stuff up and check it. But otherwise, it's like good stuff, and it's like $2.99 for a case of strawberries as opposed to $6.99. At our major supermarket.
Yeah, no thanks. Aldi all the way. But yeah, money. I think people. I don't know why people divorce. I believe that people don't get married for the right reasons. Like, I think people are like, well, we've been dating for so long, let's get married. Like, I got married, and I can say this with full confidence because I was head over heels disgustingly in love with Keith, and I still am. So I know that because I just feel that way still. Like, it gets harder, and but I still remember like how we were when we first started. Where my friends that got divorced, I'm like, did you ever foresee this? And they're like, yeah, I should never marry him. I'm like, what? So I don't know. If you're listening and you're young and you're either in a relationship and you think, you know, it might not be a good choice, just get out. There's better
or
choices.
any of those little things, like those little quirks, like they're gonna stick.
Yeah,
forever.
they snowball
so it's
and they
not
get worse.
Something, yeah, and you got to know that you're gonna ride with them because they are.
I mean, my husband leaves his fucking socks everywhere. So you know what? I was like, this bothers me, and I've told him this bothers me. But guess what? He doesn't give a shit. So I just have to live with socks everywhere, and he's passing these horrible things down to my boys. Guess what? Their socks are everywhere. So I'm like, all right, well, you know, this is like, I'll take this, fine. But I knew this going into it. I was like, all right, he's got an issue with leaving his socks.
Like Kev leaves his computer charger on the floor all the time.
Yeah.
But it's fine. He has to deal with my 4 personalities.
I was going to say, I mean, I'm no cakewalk. I'll tell you that. So I wonder, we should podcast with the guys and get them on here. And I wonder how that, they would probably commiserate with each other about, you know.
No, you know what it would be like. They're both first responders. I said, did you see my stories this weekend where I was like, it's resting cop face, and I said, first responder wives will understand this, even if it's not cop. It's like resting fireman. What is that? They're just they
are hardened, cold blooded, their hearts of ice.
Yeah,
what is with that? I'm like, where's your
I tell
soul?
Kev all the time. I'm like, can you smile? People online think you're mean.
I mean, people have literally said your husband hates you. They'll message me and I'm like, this is also a little bit of a shtick, you know, him and I but that's how we always are. We're just, you know, I poke fun and he, you know, I give him a little flair and he brings me some water on my flare. We're good even.
Yeah.
But we're like Elemental. Yeah. Have your kids watched that yet?
Oh yeah. Yeah. They weren't that into it though. They're not into movies these days. They're trained on that quick YouTube shit.
I know.
That I'm like, they don't know how to sit for a long.
I know. It's debilitating. None of these kids do.
No.
God bless this fucking generation.
All of them.
Gen Z scares the shit out of me. I can't even imagine what the next, whatever their generation's going to be. We'll see. But
I have a feeling I don't know. They might bring it back because they're children of the millennials.
Exactly.
We know, but I think that's why millennials have such a gift with such thing because we have one foot in each threshold. We remember life before the buzzing of the internet.
Yep.
And we also know life with it. So I think we have that potential of passing forward the necessary tools for recognizing the buzz of it, if that makes sense.
I hope the hell. I hope.
We'll see.
We'll see. Only time will tell, my friend.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how they'll probably all hate us.
Yeah.
They'll probably get trained to resent the shit out of all of us. So
I watched a TikTok today and a girl said, I'm 21 and I can't believe I'm saying this because my 14-year-old self wouldn't even believe that my 20-year-old self would say this. She goes, but everything that my mom told me was true. And I remember coming to that realization when I was in my 20s. I'm like, oh my God, my mom was always right. And she was always uncanny with spot on with shit. And, I just hope that my kids, they're going to hate us. They're going to do whatever. They're going to think we're dumb, but they're going to come around in their 20s like we all did. If you did. I know I did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Now I'm like, Mom, why didn't you pick up my phone call? Where are you?
Yeah, you need to answer at all times for me.
God damn it. Jeez.
Yeah, no. Well, cheers to us.
Yeah. I would drink wine, but I'm trying not to drink wine. Actually, I need to get on the tea train just like you.
Yeah, it's good. Edible and a tea.
Yeah.
That's what I take.
Well,
it's great.
Are you
going to do that with me in LA?
Of course I am.
Okay. Have you taken them before? Are you going to be fine?
I mean, we have to be in a safe place. Just put me in a padded room, Mary.
I'll bring the brand that I like. Which is not even marijuana, by the way. It's CBD. So it's Delta 8, but it's freaking fire and it's mellow. So you're not going to be
perf. Yeah, I just don't want to be drooling or biting my tongue off. So anyway, this was lovely with you, my Mary Hendricks.
Always, always. Sorry for the last time we were trying to record. Katie and I have busy lives. We couldn't make it work. So that's why
we literally try to I'm like, how are you? And she's like, it's a shitstorm here. I'm like, all right, it is here too. But even doing this, it just fills my heart, fills my cup. It's awesome.
Yeah, we need it. So
yes.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Toodaloo.
Another episode down. Thank you all so much for listening. If you loved today's episode, I would be so appreciative if you would leave a rating and review. I cannot begin to tell you how much those mean to me, but also how much they help me get in front of more eyes and more ears. As always, be sure to check back every Tuesday and Friday for a new episode, whether it's an episode with me and my husband, me and Katie, or just another incredible, amazing guest. Stay tuned for more honest, real, raw chit chat. And hey, do me a favor before you go. Remind yourself how amazing you are, how enough you are, how special you are. And boy, oh boy, I sure am glad to have you here. Thanks, friend.